Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a really great video for you today and I'm going to talk about the 10 curly girl essentials that I can't live without. None of them are products as such, but these are all things that no matter what cleansers, conditioners, styling products I use, these are the 10 things that I think every curly girl needs. First up is a diffuser. I use this Diva Professional, not to be confused with Diva Curl. This is Diva Professional. This is a Ion 4000 Pro dryer. It's just a little one like this. It has a cold button. It also has 2 different heat settings, and then it has 2 speed settings. I never go to the full heat because that is just way too hot. Now, a quick talk about diffusers and mainly hair dryers for a moment. I was in the US over the summer and I found that the voltage, despite having a proper UK to US voltage converter, this baby, which is usually extremely powerful, was working on about 40% of the power that I usually am used to, which meant it'd take me way longer to dry my curls. It also meant that I was whacking up my heat up to full heat and full speed just to get some kind of heat and power behind it. So I think for a lot of the curly girl groups and discussions on Instagram and stuff about how long it takes to dry your hair, I think a lot of it is down to being in the US and a completely different voltage. So that's just a quick heads up on the hairdryer situation. Next up, let me talk about the diffuser. Okay, so this is the diffuser. It is the Diva Professional XXL Pro. You can see these little nubs here. This is what it looks like inside. It's absolutely huge. It's like the size of my head. This is the best diffuser if you want root volume. And what I do is, yes, I cup it this way to dry my hair, but what I also do is I grab my hair and then I just lift it slightly. And just those little light nubs there are holding my hair up, which means my roots, as you can see as I pull it out, are kind of standing out of my head at a 90-degree angle, which is what gets my roots dry, and it's also what gives me root volume. Number 2, another thing that I've been using for years and years and years, long before the curly girl method, the best thing ever, hands down. It's the only brush that I use. It is the Denman paddle brush. You can see how old it is. This is pretty faded. Don't care. I have this, I want to say, oh my goodness, 10-15 years. It's the best one out there. When I started the curly girl method, I saw lots of things about wide tooth combs. They rip my hair. I bought the Denman wide tooth comb. If you're a member of the Facebook curly groups or have seen things on YouTube or Instagram about the modified Denman, I got those, got a few of those. Awful as well. I tried it without ripping out the rows. I tried it ripping out every other row, and I just find it's way too harsh and tough on my hair. This, because of the padded rubberized kind of air section that's behind the grips, it means that it is really soft and gentle on the hair. And these bristles as well that are plastic with the little circles at the end, it's just perfect. This is the best detangling tool. I use this on my daughter's hair. I use it on my hair. I will only ever brush my hair with this when my hair is absolutely saturated full of conditioner, deep conditioner. Sometimes I'll give it a run through with styling products in wet as well. I tend not to. I just brush it when there's conditioner through it. Once I work out all the knots and everything with my hands first anyway. This is an absolute godsend for curly girls. It costs less than 10 euros, 10 pounds. You can find it pretty much everywhere. I have tried other paddle brushes, but this is the best one. Next up is a curl towel. And like most people that have curly hair, you usually figure it out before reading any book about it, is that normal terry towels that you dry your body with is awful for curly hair. If you just look at it, the structure of it is all these little things coming at your hair to roughen up your cuticle and create an absolute ton of frizz. I've got a hair. Anyway, yes, so there are things like cotton t-shirts that you can use, which are great. However, the best one that I have found is the Boo Clem curl towel. This is it here. This is it in white. I'll try and show you how big it is. Oh. The Bouclem one is a cotton. It's made with like a bamboo kind of a cotton thing in. It is the perfect towel for plopping if that's what you like to do. Bouclem takes about the least amount of moisture out of the hair. It just takes out that sopping wetness so that you still have moisture and hydration. Next up, let's talk hair accessories. I've got a few. This one, it's a little claw. It's the best thing if you're, whoop! This claw, I'm sure there's just no way that you've got through life this far and not seen or used one of these. I use them in a few ways. You can use them to clip your hair for root volume as you dry. They're absolutely great. They're much easier than the smaller curl clips. I also use them to just throw my hair in a kind of a half up, half down situation if you want to. I mean, why I'm even taking the time to show you how to use these. Everybody knows how to use them. They're absolutely brilliant. I have loads of them, but I lose them all the time. Other things is puff cuffs. So these are, they look very much like some kind of naughty sex toy. These are the puff cuffs. This is the mini and this is the micro. I don't know if that helps. I thought it was very helpful to see what size they are. Now, I have incredibly thick hair. So this micro is what I know a lot of curlies will use. However, for me, this is only good enough to do a half up, half down situation. I do have a blog post on how to make wash days last for 7 days in which I use both of these. If you want to check that out, I will link it below. The mini, which is this one, this holds all of my hair up. I use this at night time to protect my curls up in a pineapple. Here's a quick tip for you with the puff cuff. First of all, I will say, in my opinion, they are absolutely worth the money. I know they seem quite pricey. They're like $17, $18 or something for a pack or something like that. They're linked in my Amazon store. The quick tip is, if you've got really fine, so the normal way to put this in, start at the beginning. The normal way to put this in, as you're shown, is where it's curving that way. You unhook it and you put it in your hair and you curve it that way. However, if you've got really fine hair and you find that it is slipping out, do it the other way so that the smallest part of the circle is nearest your head, and that way it doesn't slip out as easily. Part of the reason why I love the puff cuffs is because I don't have to pull them out and pull them through the rest of my pineapple, which means they're not pulling and stretching out my curls on a daily basis. I also use these just to throw out my hair for working out or when I just want it out of my face. These are what I go to most often. But a satin scrunchie, this is from Curry Curls. I will link them down below. They are vegan satin scrunchies. They are really good. This one I have to loop twice around my hair. You can get ones that are smaller that just loop once. But definitely, if you cannot get your hands on a puff cuff, check out this. There's also the Invisibobble, which I know are really popular with the curly girls. Personally, they are the devil to me. I just find them they get so tangled up in the hair, especially my daughter's hair. So I avoid them, but I know they work for lots of other people, so check that out as well. You know what I didn't do? I didn't count what we're on, so I've no idea where we are on this list. I'll stick with the kind of protective styling at night time, and another thing, something which I use almost daily. I use it when I work out, I use it at night time, and that is a buff. And if you've never seen one before, this is what they look like. The reason they're called a buff is because that's literally the brand. It's multifunctional headwear. It's made of, I know it's not because when I googled what it's made of, it wasn't, but the best way I can describe it is a very fine, thin cotton jersey. I'm not going to do it now. I have another post on how I protect my curls at night, which you can see how I put this on and how I wear it. You can wear it as a headband, which is what I do when I work out, or you can pull it up and look like Marge Simpson with a pineapple, which is what I do to protect my curls at night, especially if I'm going away somewhere, staying at somebody else's house or a hotel. Does it make you look your sexiest at night? No, it doesn't. I purposely got a very passioned one like this because I wanted it to show up on my dark hair. However, if you get a black one or a white one, it's a little bit less, you know, loud. So yeah, so this is another one that's really, really great. It's linked in my Amazon shop. I also have one for my daughter. I will link that down below as well. Next up is a silk pillowcase. This is a very high quality, a beautiful silk pillowcase. This is from a brand called Silk Skin. Absolutely love and adore this silk pillowcase. I've tried a few over the years. I've tried satin, I've tried silk. To me, this is hands down the best one. It's such good quality, you really can't go wrong. You do have to treat it like silk though. You have to be kind, you have to be gentle with it, but this is what I use every night. It's not just good for my hair, it's also good for my skin. It doesn't absorb any of your products or any of your skincare products or any of the hydration out of your hair. The reason that I love this is because on nights when I do not wear my buff because for some reason I've lost it or I just can't be bothered, I can go to sleep with my silk pillowcase and know that my hair will still be fine in the morning. We are almost there. The next thing, a Flairosol bottle. Can you see how fine that mist is? This is a game changer when it comes to refreshing hair. The spray bottles, you have to like spray, oh my god, it takes forever, and then all your muscles here seize up, and then sometimes the spray thing seizes up if you put anything else in it. It's a nightmare. What a game changer, and it really, really is. They're linked in my Amazon store. They're not expensive. If you have a local hairdresser supply shop near you, you can get one there. You won't regret it. Personally, I don't mix water and conditioner in my spray bottles. I know that's everywhere in the Curly Girl handbook and on Curly Girl Facebook groups, mixing it with water, mixing it with gel, things like that. I've never found that's worked for me. My hair is always quite moisturized anyway. Water is enough hydration that I need. I don't need added conditioner or things like that. So I will spray my hair down with this. I might put some gel in my hand or some lube. We'll talk about that another time. And then I will put some water on my hands as well, and then I'll work it in. But this is great for refreshing. Next up is my Bumble and Bumble Sunday shampoo. I bought one bottle and it lasted me almost 2 years. This is my second bottle. This is important because clarifying curly hair is so important. Your curls get weighed down and they get frizzy and they lose definition and shine and volume, and a lot of the times it's due to either product buildup or mineral deposit buildup, and that mineral deposit buildup is from things like living in a hard water area and lime scale, literal mineral deposits, but also from things like swimming and chlorine, whether you're swimming in a swimming pool or whether you're swimming out in the sea or rivers or the oceans, things like that. So this is absolutely essential. The packaging has changed slightly. I'm so glad it has, because now it says that it is a weekly detoxifying shampoo that removes residue and buildup for all hair types except color treated. The reason that it says that is the ingredients that are in detoxifying shampoos generally tend to fade color in color treated hair. So this, I use it once about every 4 to 6 weeks, no more than that. Here it says no more than weekly. If you are swimming, like I said, I would, depending on how often you swim, I would use this maybe every 2 weeks, but I use it once every 4 to 6 weeks, and that is the best tip. So many DMs that come into me of things that problems that people are having with their hair, that it's frizzy, that it's dry, that it's lacking curl passion, that there's no volume anymore, that it doesn't seem to have shine. The first thing I will always ask is, when was the last time you clarified your hair and what did you use? The key ingredient that's in this is disodium or tetrasodium EDTA. That is what gets hard water such as lime scale off of your hair. If you don't have hard water and you don't swim, I still think that clarifying is really important. For that type that doesn't quite do the same deep detoxifying as this, I recommend something like the Bounce Curl Clarifying Shampoo. That's my other favorite one. Okay, I feel like we're flying through it now. We're doing fantastic. After you clarify, always follow up with a deep condition. My favorite is the Hair Affinity, wait now because I always get this wrong, Hair Affinity Strengthening Amino Mask. This is hands down my absolute favorite deep conditioner. It does have protein in it. This is what I use to mix in with my modified rice water rinse when I want an extra dose of protein. I love this product so much. I can't even tell you how many of these I've bought, but this is hands down the best deep conditioning mask that I have found on the market. Nothing else has knocked this off the top spot. I will always deep condition after I clarify, which is once every 4 to 6 weeks. I usually pair that up with my modified rice water rinse, but I'll also use this in the deep conditioning sessions in between when I may not have clarified. I just think this is hands down the best. So the final thing, which kind of links in to deep conditioning, is a heat cap. And I make curly Cailin heat caps. Here's a plastic one inside. You don't need that right now, but you do need it if you want to use a heat cap. So these are my cotton, truly reversible heat caps, depending on what way you want to use it. This one is Lottie. It was an absolute favourite a while ago, whenever it was that I was selling this particular pattern. All of them are limited edition. So if you see one that you like, you really need to jump on and get it there and then, because 9 times out of 10, I can't get the fabrics back a second time. So this is Lottie. It is a 100% reversible, reusable, easy to use, microwavable, stylish, eco-friendly, made using 100% cotton and organic Irish flax seeds. This is the heat cap. You pop this in the microwave for 3 minutes, stopping after each minute and turning it inside out, and then over the plastic cap, over your deep conditioning treatment, you pop this on your head. This will keep warm for about an hour. Even if the outside of it feels like it's cool after that amount of time or after 45 minutes, when you take this off, you will feel the heat that is still trapped inside of the plastic cap and your hair. This is so vital. If you feel like you're doing deep conditioning treatments and you know that you're using a good deep conditioning treatment and you're just not getting the results that everybody else seems to be raving about, try using heat. It is a game changer. Basically what it does is the cuticles are laid over like this, and heat opens them up so that the deep conditioning treatment that you are using can truly get in there and penetrate that hair shaft from within. It's very important that before you rinse out your hair, you take this and the plastic cap off for the last 5 or 10 minutes so that the hair can cool down and those cuticles can close back over again. When I rinse, I prefer to rinse with kind of lukewarm-ish water. I never go in with cold because it's such a fright for the hair. So this is essentially the equivalent of a salon treatment when you get a deep treatment and you're sat in under that hood thing and you have to sit there for an hour. This is the much easier, much more stylish equivalent. So I will also link my Etsy shop down below where I sell these. If they're sold out, please be patient with me. I literally make them myself in my kitchen. But for now, you can get them in my Etsy shop. The link is below. Okay, so that rounds up what turned out to be a very long video. Didn't intend for that to happen, but here we are. I really hope that you found those helpful. Those are 10 things that are my curly girl essentials that I cannot live without. Please comment below if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned or spoke about, or if there's anything else that you would like to see me cover or do on YouTube or on my blog. It's full of really helpful, easy to understand information for following the curly girl method. I will leave all of those details down here for you and in the description box below, as well as links to all the products that I have mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Truly do. And it is. Please hold colour. Thank you so much. What happened to my voice there? I don't. I can only apologise. No.